Well, hey there. How are you doing today? I'm feeling dandy. In today's audio broadcast, I wanted to talk about how experiences can shape and mold you. Moreover, the essence that gets instilled to you through the shared experiences you have with others over a duration of time, whether good or bad, those experiences will influence you. Those experiences will affect you. The influence of the experiences masks and cloaks you now. The energy you felt will become a part of you. It can be a challenging endeavor to regrow from the experiences that have been so righteously instilled into you, can't it? That's why, for centuries and decades upon decades, people are continuously working the 9-to-5 grind. It's like a work-sleep-work schedule. It's like a work-sleep-repeat, work-sleep-work existence. It's like a work-sleep-work-sleep-work life. It's like a work-sleep-work-sleep-work sandwich. And these days, a lot of people don't seem to think that the taste is really that great. You know, the bread seems a little bit genetically modified. It tastes a little bland, if you ask me. Well, I understand what people are saying when they want nothing more to leave their current situation in life and begin a new chapter, but the weight of their experiences provides them with no motivation to do so. What benefit can be gained by moving from one part of this hell on earth to another? Why move from one level to another level of hell within this prison planet? After all, there would be no promise that what the next location you inhabit brings is any better or more fulfilling than the atmosphere that you are currently placed in. I'll give you an example of how one can be affected by the experience they have in life and how it can be hard to regrow from negative influences. I'm currently in the process of relocating, switching from one place of employment to the next. And when my next potential boss sits me down for an interview, he'll have to ask me all those important questions, like what did you learn from the last job you worked at, what lessons did you take away from the experience, and why did you leave? Do you know what I'm going to have to say to him? The reason why I left my last place of employment is because literally everyone there was a homosexual. You know, not that there's anything wrong with being gay. It was bad, man. Even the females who worked there were homosexuals too. This one manager who was always hitting on me, even though she had a husband, she was kind of a homosexual too. And now that I think of it, even the boss was kind of gay for money. And well, I appreciated all the experiences that I shared with them all. However, I love you in the most heterosexual of ways, is all I would really have to say to them. Oh, I do wonder what my next potential boss will think about that. Quite frankly, on a daily basis, I'm rather silent. I care not about instilling my essence into others. Society breeds monsters, you and I alike. You know what I mean? People at work, they're probably just dealing with their own past experiences too. I care not about the negative experiences that have shaped and molded us all. It's too bad if you have them. Just don't instill them into me. That's why for centuries, generations continue to rival each other instead of learning from one another. This life is all about building things up. Building an empire, more specifically, or at least according to history thus far. If we were to build things up, we should build them based on love. We should build under the concept of prosperity and abundance for all. Plant fruits and vegetables to heal the masses, not create genetically modified food to dull them down for profit. I don't know about you, I'm from the Western world. And I don't think I've made a real connection with someone ever. Just kidding. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Connections come and go. And when people interact, there's no appreciation for who you are deep down inside. There's no appreciation for one's inherent value. I haven't talked to someone on a deep philosophical level ever. And whenever I have, still the person I'm talking to is not able to surpass their primitive need for rivalry. If we were to embrace someone for their uniqueness and talents, instead of suppress them, well, if you ever had a job that required their specific skill set, you would know who to call. We as a species are still bound to suppression rather than growth. Our souls are an expression of the Creator, and if you're not encouraged to express your inherent skills, abilities, and talents, how then can God's garden grow? How can God's seeds blossom and reach their full potential? We are suppressed by the manner of which we are raised and taught in the education system in modern times, just as rulers and authority figures suppressed individuals in older times. Everything moves on, but nothing important ever changes. When someone sees you, they scale you. They look you up and down and up and down. They see every little detail about you: your face, your height, your skin color, your background, your intellectual capabilities, your attitude, your level of aggression, and your characteristics. But why? Just so they can try and size you up and know how and in which ways they could hold one over on you. You know? That's all this world has ever been. The egotistical nature of others causes them to do whatever it takes to position themselves as beyond, better, and greater than the rest. It's a giant competition for knowledge, position, riches, and power, and nobody wants to share. Nobody seems to care. Well, it shouldn't be. The highest vibration a species can exhibit is a vibration of love. And in a world where we aren't building each other up for prosperity and abundance on an individual and collective level, it's a world that either does the opposite, or it's a world that simply neglects to change. The world neglects to heal. Perhaps it's stuck in a previous set of behaviors that have been instilled from within through time and doesn't know how to grow again. You need to be lucky to develop regrowth. I'll tell you that. I'm in a situation now where unfortunate circumstances don't even faze me. I hear from so many content creators that they feel like they're in the depths of despair. I would say that I've felt that way before. However, I've progressed from unfortunate circumstances. Anytime something unfortunate happens, I just kind of laugh at it. Oh, I had to leave my place of employment because the atmosphere was disturbing? Just another Monday. I locked my keys in my apartment on the way to do some groceries. Just another Tuesday, you know. My wife of 7 years left me because she was bored. Well, that's just another Wednesday. I don't even have a wife, and in a world such as this, I accept being alone. That's just another Thursday. My landlord is disrespecting me for my career and line of work. I know that as Friday. These are my days of the week. And every single time, I feel like an unordinary freak. But I'm totally calm about it. Because at the end of the day, it's a shame that purity has to be disrupted. However, you can't break what is broken. You can't take from someone who has already had everything taken from them. You can't bother someone who has been disturbed to the point that they can no longer cry. Such an individual will always have better things to look forward to. Not everyone has the financial stability to regrow, Not everyone knows how to heal. Some are so stuck in the influences that have been instilled into them that they don't even know how to change. Not everyone has the support of loved ones in a world they don't belong in. Not everyone can afford to make time out of their busy lives to heal. And anyone who doesn't fit the mold is considered to be an outcast, a cause for panic. Anytime someone behaves in a manner that breaks the mold of society, even if they are benevolent, it's almost as if alarm bells go off. Isn't it? I attribute all my regrowth that I have accomplished to a positive, loving connection with the family that I have. Amongst this world that is otherwise unforgiving and cruel, the love of my family is pure. Our relationship has strengthened over time, and when I am afforded the opportunity, you're damn right I'm going to spend some time with my parents in their old age, while I still can. Not everyone is lucky enough or fortunate enough to have a family that accepts their personal needs to regrow and heal and change from what this hell on earth has taught them to become. Not everyone on this earth has a family that accepts you for you, them for them, what you are for what you are, deep down inside. Not everyone can afford to rest and recover and spend time outside of the 9-to-5 grind to heal from the influences that have been instilled into them through their experiences. In that sense, I am blessed by God. I understand what certain content creators are talking about when they say that they don't think anything would change for them if they were to relocate. Well, you would think that there's heaven somewhere on this earth, after all, wouldn't you? As for me, I'm not afraid of the unknown. Of course, there will be a risk of danger amongst travel. Of course, you could end up in a situation that is just as bad as the one you are currently in. However, if you are in a situation that brings you no joy, then you have to move on and find something that brings you happiness. You may face death, but at least you'll die with a smile on your face. And that is the most important experience to be instilled of all, if you ask me. Hey, you know when people tell you that if they ever win the lottery and hit the jackpot, they'll give you a couple of millions? But if they win like $10,000, they don't give you a couple thousand? Not even a nickel or a dime? Why is that? I tell you. With that being said, have a glorious night. And an even better tomorrow. E.T.